crazy paper game where like do you rotate the world and lemmings follow you around or anything like that?
No, but
There's another.
And I got to say, the picture you're painting of your life right now is not very exciting. You're like, you eat chicken for lunch and dinner. You play the same video games all the time. You work and you sleep. Do you have a girlfriend?
I do not have a girlfriend. No.
Whoa! What does that mean? Does that mean you have more than one?
It's like I have a good social schedule. I but yeah, I just sit on my computer chair and then it's propped up on giant wads of cash, and then I swim in money. And
that sounds appealing.
You want to tell us about your?
Nah. No.
I mean, what happened to the old Luke Smith before? We're doing a section called "What You're Consuming," and you're implying that you're like hitting multiple betties. You would have made the obvious pun there, but
yeah, no, I know. He's just getting. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. I'm calming down. I'm getting all the hard edges are smoothing over. Pretty soon, I'm going to be like, oh man, I think I want a kid someday. They're so awesome.
You know what this makes me think of? Have you guys heard of the Murtaugh list?
No.
So, I forget the first name, but it's basically Danny Glover's character from Lethal Weapon, Murtaugh. And he says, famously in the first movie, I'm getting too old for this shit. So, the Murtaugh list is one of these memes that's going around the internet, and the idea is that it's the things that you're too old for, that's your Murtaugh list.
Okay.
Yeah, like things I'm getting too old for. One, arguing on the internet. I'm getting too old for it.
Yeah. That's actually good. That seems I can see why that would be popular and become a meme. It's just it puts it in perspective. So are we gonna be forced to work on a Murtaugh list right now?
I think that's good.
We might have to. I mean, for me, mainly because the level of alertness that's required this is going to sound weird, but the level of alertness that's required as a journalist, as opposed to being a consultant. So I'm in the room with some of the same people that I would have been in the room for when I was just a journalist. And, I believe there's a picture out there of me on the internet at last GDC's lunch with luminaries, head tilted back, sleeping. So, I've been known to fall asleep in public places, meetings, stuff like that. And while that might be kind of cute when you're a journalist, it really is not cute when you're a consultant. So, not that I had a drinking problem, never did. It was more of a sleep problem, not getting sleep. So, one of the things I'm getting too old for is drinking during the week. I just pretty much cut it out for the most part, and sleepless nights or just like staying up super late. Too old for that shit.
I gotta say, I'm not. Older I get, the later I want to stay up. I mornings are just the most scatterbrained time for me. I can't do anything. I feel like helplessly a slave to whatever whims that I might have to read something on the internet for an hour or just stare into space. I spend a lot of time at the beginning of the day sitting on my bed, staring at the wall until my wife, asks me, what the fuck are you doing right now? So the nighttime is, my time for concentration.
The nighttime is the right time.
When you're alone in your room, sometimes you stare at the walls, and in the back of your mind, you hear your conscience call?
Wait, I don't know that lyric. What is that?
That's LL Cool J.
Oh, okay.
Do you have, I was feeling that this morning as I overslept, and it takes, about a half an hour until you actually feel like a fucking human being. You just, you can't think straight, right? So the first thing I did, I woke up and I was like, oh my God, I really overslept. I mean, I stayed up till 4 a.m. playing Tales of Valor, so I slept till about 11:40 Eastern time, and I was horrified, and I knew we had to prepare to podcast. So I was I immediately just grabbed a book and started okay, what, focus on something. But then it's I mutter something to myself. I was like, did I just say I need a nap? I was like, why the fuck did I say that? It's the point in the morning where if it's ever going to happen, then I'm going to make a cup of coffee and then like stick it in the cupboard on accident and pull out a box of sugar and hold that like and take a sip from it, it's then.
Yes.
See, I get most of my work done in the morning. I get up super early. I'm at work pretty early. And then it's like by the time it's like 10 or 11 at night, I'm like, oh God, during the week, I'm going to bed. Like this morning, because we had to get up to do this at a time that I think is earlier than I'd like to get up on the weekends. I ended up going to bed last night at like 10:30. I'm like, I really need to get like a solid 8 to 10 hours of sleep so I can almost be awake tomorrow, because Saturday's the day when my body's like, no, I don't want to do anything today, leave me alone.
So on a Friday night, you went to bed at 10:30 in order to do this, man. I feel bad. And then like we're on East Coast, so, like I said, I stayed up till 4. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm like, man, fuck. Friday's a bad day to go out too. I'm not there yet, but I might be getting too old for going out on Friday. Like Friday night, I'm so tired from the work week that I like, what do you want to do? Like, I kind of just want to like, go smoke a bowl and watch a movie or something. Like, can we not go out for like meal or do anything? How about I'll see you Saturday? Saturday night's a good night to go out. Friday night, not great.
I don't know if I'm getting too old for this, but I thought this was a very weird reaction. Like earlier in the week, I was, up in the morning and I was making myself my normal bowl of Cheerios, and I poured the Cheerios out, and this fucking like Hot Wheels car like came out into my Cheerios, and I was just so I was so fucking annoyed by it. Like, first of all, I mean, what strikes me is like that I have to throw this stupid fucking thing in the trash, and it was the second one that I've gotten out of a box of Cheerios lately, and it makes me mad that I'm like having to buy something that I don't even want, because it's not free, right?
Yeah.
I'm buying something that I don't even want, and then I'm throwing it away so it can sit in a landfill. And I just remember when I was a kid, like loving, anything that came out of a cereal box. I loved that stuff.